So we are finishing. We are now pouring. Karibia uchukue boxes. Iko sasa. Kuchukua boxes. Kuja, wambue. Mwaga tu. Haina shida. Ta replace mwaga tu. After 30 minutes of drinking water, you now introduce the feeds in this manner. These are now the feeding trays which you are seeing here. So we are going to walk with you up to the end. So if you order from us, we are going to ensure that we will leave you only when you succeed, and only when you do the right thing. Look at these sticks, very vibrant. So we ensure that we give you the best and the value for your money. Huko. Ama leta hapa kwanza. Chunga. Vuta huku. Isukume huku. Hapa mbili, hapa na hapa. Na hapo moja. Kata hiyo. Nipo ya huku imetosha, singine kuja huku. Na linakunywa maji kama hapa una replace hiyo gazeti, lakini saizi. So guys, as I've always told you, we are not just chicks suppliers. We ensure that we go beyond that to ensure you, as our client, you succeed in this poultry farming journey. So you can see we started with this client with the pre-brooding preparations, and now we are done now at the farm. So you can come and see. We have finished now the process. As you can see now in the brooder, the chicks now are in the brooder, in the both brooders. This is the brooder number 1, and we have now the brooder number 2 over here. So let me show you. There we are. So we are done, and next we are coming to you. You can call us. Our number is 0717-213-083, and we will be glad to assist you launch your poultry farm. Let's meet on the next video, guys. Thank you for watching. Previously, we have discussed on the pre-brooding preparations you need to do before you introduce the chicks now in the brooder. We also discussed on how to make a brooder. And now, I want to teach you now step by step on how we are going to place now the chicks in the brooder, then how the process of starting now to rear the chicks from now, day 1, up to the time the chicken are going to be at point of lay. So, we have supplied our client with this Issa Brown chicken, and we want to start with the client. It's around 6 a.m. in the morning. I've driven all the way from my farm now to my client's farm where I'm shooting this one from. So I want us to go step by step so that you may be able to understand. So if you are watching me for the first time, my name is Lenson, and I assist farmers to launch successful poultry farms. In the past 3 years, we introduced the improved Kienyeji breed called Sasso F1, which we breed in our breeder farm, and we sell each chick at 100 Kenya shillings. Of recent, we introduced the commercial layers, which we sell at 150 Kenya shillings. We dropped the price from 160 to 150 Kenya shillings, and we have also introduced now the broilers, which we sell at 100 Kenya shillings. So guys, we do not only supply you the chicks, we ensure that we walk with you the journey from the beginning up to the time you are going to learn how you are going to manage it by yourself out of the time you are going to grow, out of the time you are going to go now to the market. We don't leave you at that point. If you have not constructed your poultry house, we normally do the construction on your behalf to ensure that it meets all the required standards. We make sure it's affordable and it has met all the required standards for keeping chicken. So I don't want us to waste a lot of time. I want us to go there so that we may be able to see what's really happening. The place, let me just show you. The place is somehow hilly, as you can see. But this is a story of another day. Let's quickly go now to the brooder. So we are doing our brooding in this simple house. And we are using now the brooder bulbs. Let's go and see. So today we are going to have now the chicks now in the brooder. I want to show you some things. So this is just water, which we are going to show you how we are going to mix now with the multivitamin. Then inside we made 2 brooders, as you can see. So here now is the brooder, the first brooder which we made for a client, where we are going now to have now the first batch of chicks now coming now in this brooder. And let me go to the next brooder here, which I also want to show you, where we are going now to keep the next batch of chicks. So in this case, I want you to observe some things which are very crucial when it comes now to brooding. When you are making a brooder, make sure is circular or oval in manner, as you can see now in this case. You can see this room is completely closed. If you don't have a closed room like this one, you can use now the curtains to prevent now the loss of it now in your brooder. So what we have done, I want to show you some things you need to be very keen about when you are doing your brooding. What you are seeing over there, we are covering the wood shavings to ensure that there is no even a chip which is going to be seen by the birds, because they don't know what to eat and what not to eat. With me here, let me show you what is here. Just beneath here, you can see this is now the wood shavings over here, as you can see. And this is the kind of wood shavings we normally advise farmers to use. Don't use sawdust, use these big chips so that your birds may not get chronic respiratory diseases because of taking now these the sawdust instead of it. So here we are. So we close it and we make sure there is nothing which is going to be left now seen by the chicks. So you can see now the chicks are already here. So we are going to have them now in the brooder in the shortest time possible, as I'm going to show you even how we are going now to mix the drinking water with the multivitamins, and how we introduce now the chicks now in the brooder from the beginning now to the end. The other thing you need to understand is about now the source of it. In our case here, we are using now this brooder bulb here, and we have also procured some brooding pots. In case we don't have electricity, we can have now this one. We can now have the brooder pots now come in hand to ensure that the chicks, there is no point in time they will have no heat. So these are some of the most basic things in brooding. So make sure you make it in this manner, as you can see, and make sure now it does not have any sharp ends, and that the sawdust is closely covered. Don't use some people ask me whether they should use now the gunias when it comes now to covering the wood shavings. I don't advocate for use of sacks when you are covering the wood shavings. When you use sacks, they don't absorb now the water very well, and it means now the brooder will always be wet, which is going now to bring some diseases in your poultry farm. The fastest way to have disease in your poultry farm is to ensure your brooder is wet, and that is not what we are discussing today. We want to be sure what you are doing it in the right manner, and you are not guessing. So let's get to the next process, where we are going to show you how we are going to mix now the multivitamins with the water step by step. Go step by step. So there are some multivitamins I told you we should purchase. So in our case here, we have the first multivitamin, which is now the amylite. As you can see, it is here. We are only going to use 1 full spoon, as you can see now in this manner, for 20 liters of water. So this is now the first multivit we are going to use. This is now we are going to use it as an stress because the birds traveled and they got tired. So 1 spoon you have seen. Then number 2, we are going to use now the aliceril. We are going now to use it now for prevention because the birds may take some wood shavings which may come up. This one is going now to prevent now those diseases from now affecting the birds. And we are mixing this in 20 liters. So this is how we normally go about it. Again, 1 full spoon in that manner. And the third thing now is the chick start. Here we do now 2 spoons. Let me show you step by step. We are not in a hurry today. I want you to be able to do the right thing when you are doing now your brooding in your poultry farm. You do the first one. This is like a glucose. Then the second one in this manner. Then the final step now is mixing. Now you had now clean water. Remove these ones. Very clean water now in this manner. Let's continue. Then we stir it. We are like making now a juice now for the chicks. So this is a combination now of the 3, the amylite, the chick start, and the aliceril. So we mix it. Make sure it thoroughly mixes now in this manner. So let's continue. You mix it. Make sure it dissolves very well before you even pour it now in the water. So I think now it's ready. So now we pour it. We mix now the mixture here, as you can see now in the drinking water. Then we are going to fill this to ensure now it reaches now 20 liters. You can fill this one. So you can see now, this is now the final result. Remember that you don't add liquid paraffin at this stage. Liquid paraffin, I will show you, it will come now at the end of this mixing. So we are going to mix around 40 liters. So we have done the first 20 liters. Let's do now the next 20 liters. We repeat the same process. We repeat the same process. Now here we are again. I want you to see it very well. Again, we do 1 tablespoon amylite, then aliceril 1 full spoon in this manner, in that manner. Then the third thing we are going to do now is a chick start, 2 spoons. Let's do it. 1, 2. We follow the same procedure. Take this one. So we follow the same procedure. Now here, we mix it thoroughly. We mix it thoroughly. We mix it thoroughly. Let's move on. Today I've told you we are not in a hurry. We are not in a hurry. So we are moving step by step. So make sure it mixes very well. Mix very well. Then we have it. Shake it very well now. Make sure it dissolves fully. Then now the final step, we start now having the water now in the drinkers in this manner. Kifuniko. So we are going to do halfway in this manner. We are only going to do halfway because now the chicks are young and they cannot be able now to take the water. And also we want the drinkers to be evenly distributed. So let's continue with the process. Panga drinkers. Then so there we go. We do halfway, nusu nusu. We do halfway, nusu nusu. These are the best drinkers you can use. These are the 10 liters that you are going to use. All the time they will be mature. So slowly by slowly, you place now the water, the multivitamin water in the drinker, in the brooder, sorry. So let's continue. Ngaza hiyo moja tu ina shida. Kidia karibu na taa. Huku. Ndio kuambia hao wako sawa. On the next brooder. So there we go, guys. Today we are not in a hurry. I want you to get it right and be able now to do it right in your poultry farm. And that's why we ensure that we train you, we'll get it right from the beginning. All the time, your chicken are going to mature and you take it now to the market. Game number 4. Liquid paraffin. So let's continue now with the process. There we are now. Water is already now in the brooder. So we preheated the brooder 6 hours before now the chicks arrive. So there we are. So how do you administer now the liquid paraffin? These are now you administer the liquid paraffin. Now, after you mix the other concoction, now you make sure now you do some drops now on the drinker in this manner, step by step. Next drinker. Usimonge mingi, madrops tu. Inamisha mtungi vizuri tu. Inaenda kadhaa. Hivyo. So, this is how you normally had it. Inamisha vizuri. Usiogope kuinamisha. Upite vizuri kadhaa. Utazunguka. So, we go. Wambungu nisaidia. Nisaidia. Hiyo ndio nimekushika hapa mtungi. There we go. So now we are finishing now with adding the liquid paraffin. Now in the brooder. Inakunywa maji unatoa tu gazeti. Inaweza kuwa inachukua maji. Kama tunyenge shiri. You have a shiri? There we are now, liquid paraffin, we are done. Now the final step, pouring now the chicks. Ingia ndani. Hivyo tu. So we pour it now in this manner. Namita tu usiogope. Bio tu. Chap chap. So there we are. We go with pouring of chicks now. Faster. Okay. This is how you pour them now in the brooder. So chap, we are doing it now to ensure that you get it right. So don't worry, we are going to supply to you and work with you step by step up to the end. So we go. So there we go.